so it is a day where I upload that isn't a montage. This video is actually over basically the recent SPL draft tournament that happened. I'm basically just gonna be going over my expertise and basically the performances of both teams, not mainly focused on how my team played and myself especially, going over the mindset of possibly the best ROS player, which is me. I'm gonna put that statement out there big. I'm gonna let it fly. I'm gonna see how many people object. It's definitely me. Okay, so here we have the first game. This was against, I think this was Apollo's team, and we were first on Chalet. Why is it not playing? Okay, that's great. Great start. All right. It's a little loud for me. Yes, I play my tourneys with music. Okay, so our lineup is Breacher. I had to play a bit of entry, and then we had Uso. I think he's frontline, and then the XCA does whatever he wants to do. I think we had ping. We had equal ping. Technically, they had better ping. This isn't real ping, but I assume they had better. The already, I suppose he's in Narnia, so he has 10,000 ping. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get Breacher onto the library double window up here, and I can get on the single window, and then we basically have a cross. Whatever Breacher sees, I can entry off of. And I think I had VXCA with me as like a second entry, just in case for a refrag. Crap. So unreal how they put a shield on that. Richard didn't understand what I meant at first, so I got him to go double. I had Uso with me. Just had to make sure. Okay, so as you can see, hold on, I gotta sneeze. It's coming, hold on. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So we have Breacher over here. He basically has line of sight onto whoever's on top fireplace. And then I would entry right here because if there's anyone in the connector door doesn't have a line of sight because of the giant bookshelf here. So basically whenever I entry, looking I'm looking at the connector first. And then Breacher still has eyes on the guy that's on top main. And then I think Sledge makes his entry somewhere else. Yeah, because I think he did. I did have them drones. I think they drone connector. I entered here. I'm immediately looking at connector. See this? And then I see that my sledge is uh already in top mez. So he has this whole area cleared. He's just not watching blue stairs, which is a big lethal thing that can cut him off. But then he swings who's on top top main on top fireplace. But he somehow doesn't kill him. I had no idea what happened through that process. Yeah, because he's still up there, and then Sledge is doing nothing. I heard wood here. I think that was one of my teammates in library. VXCA really kind of sold that. Uso had a pick there. Uso had 2 picks. He broke in right back to the site. So now last is Uso. Reminder, my teammate has a shield. There's no excuse that he should die right here. 2v2, but then he dies. So this play, this this is a pretty interesting play that I had to make here. So they obviously will hear this. Whoops, they will hear this sound call of this exploding, and then I'm gonna assume I didn't know where Ghost was, so I thought they were both in sight, mainly in these 2 areas. One's gonna be on the A chassis, one's gonna be around the bar. So what completely happened here? Below this, I see the direction he shoots, so I know kind of like the angle he's at. So now I know he's on the bar. And once this blows up, I immediately entry. So I aim at the guy that's on bar. I could have lost this if that guy was actually on A chassis. I truly, truly could have lost it. So I'm immediately aiming at bar. And then I do see him for a split second, but then he's faster than lightning. And then look who it is. But he is reloading. Little guy right there. So while that guy's reloading, I had the slowest reaction time ever. And I guess I hit him. Somehow I did. And then this is where the big strategy comes in. So I have no more room to swing. Cannot swing this way. So where do I go? Where do I go? I swing to my left. And then as I swing, he might be the Flash. So the timing was really bad here. But as soon as I started swinging this way, he peeks this way. But our characters, our Roblox characters, or the speed of the operators in game, let's say he's a 3 speed, and we're both basically swinging at the same speed. I don't think Assault and Empada are the same speed, but I'm gonna assume that they are. We're both 3 speed as we're swinging. We're like so like congruent right now in swinging. That's like insane. So I keep swinging, and I take mad damage. He for some reason jump shots me, and he's the quickest man on earth. Okay, this might be the quickest ROS player I've ever played against. And I aim at Yao Ming, so here's him. He's like 5'2". And then I aim up here at Yao Ming. But I think I get, yeah, like I lean back down to the right as it seems, which is I'm already leaning this way and presuming that he was aiming head level because I took so many shots to the arms. The arms are like arms have to have so much HP on them. I don't know what it is with ROS, but since I'm already aiming up here, he's shooting at my head. And then I duck down to bottom right and lean to the right. Whoops. And then I think I win that. The aim was off here. I was actually in shock because I was taking so much damage and I still won this. But the strategy is you gotta like center yourself. You can't go off balance because as I was swinging here, like the old me, whenever he was swinging me, I probably would have kept swinging him back here. Like as I changed my direction, and then he started shooting me, I would have changed back. But no, I kept my composure. I centered myself, and I just kept swinging, kept swinging. Didn't lose balance. What he did, likes to be really flashy. This is Apollo. He wants to go for clips. So he's doing all this jump shotting, this, that. I'm playing to win. So that's where round one goes. Round two ends up being catastrophic. I think you see that correctly. Hybrid Oreo left. So we get more into the game. The XCA sold that. So now it's 1-1. But if you look at the chat, okay, I guess this is kind of down. He said no rehost though. Apollo is saying that because he thinks he can twist the rules, which it is up to the captains that have to agree to a rehost. So I don't think Apollo was going to accept the rehost. So I was just being a little rat and I just said, hey, they said we can rehost. They did not say we can rehost. They said we can rehost. I said I'm just gonna say that, and then we can, and then where, and they says all right. So I'm like, yeah, we gotta go. You can't hear my teammates because I have a dual PC streaming setup, so they're basically in a different earpiece on my laptop. I play games on the PC. So I tell them go, and that was like the highlight of the tournament. Like the finessing that you have to do in the tournament, it's like peak. Yeah, they wanted it to start at 1-1, but he crashed at 1-0 and we called it before the 1-1. But see, look, now they're sad. See, look, we won in Mansion. They actually voted Cargo. See, Skull, Rebane. So they give us one round. Skull, Rebane, Assault, Apier. This is actually a very good strategy, by the way. Hold on. So I actually, this was an interesting drone play here. So this is a new trick that not many people use. Before you, like, you shoot and you deploy your drone at the same time. Covers up the sound that you're about to get on drone. But here I assault charged this window right here, which I don't know the map or call out. I assault charged this and it breaks the other window, which is what I'm scared about. Because if there isn't, no, I droned that, so I know there's no one here. They have this barricaded off. They know nothing. The wall is soft. I am assault with 2 assault charges. So I take the gap. The XCA gets a crazy pick. I decide to drone up more. I get basically gunshot info that Apollo is in this area, which is Apata. So I think of wall banging, but I know it's not going to be accurate. So I just blow the wall, catch him off guard. I hear the gunshot, so now I know he's on this left side here. And then as I swing in, I'm most likely either going to see him on this side of the desk due to this ping, or he's going to be behind the desk where I cannot see him. But luckily, oh, he was on this side. Okay. So he ended up being on this side, not behind the desk or this side. So I take the gap. I'm in sight. I don't have case, but there's one guy left. I have no idea where he is. Then this guy dies Uso to a ghost who has case. Ghost has case now. And for some reason, he's just giving it all up. And then, like, that's so lethal, dude. This is why you don't jump in this game. This is why they're going to remove jumping. This guy, he's ghost. He's completely silent. S stands for sound. He has no sound. But whenever he jumps, he has sound. That is a crucial mistake because you can tell where the jump comes from so clearly. And then it's literally on the ping where the jump is. Like, it's such a bad play. So I just swing it. And he ends up peeking it for some reason. I don't. Already wasn't that good of a player. Let's see. We kind of just ran the same thing. I think they just don't know what exactly to play, especially Uso. Uso likes playing Ape here. I like playing Ape here too. Because I'm never usually the big entry guy. This round was crucial. We didn't really have the flank watch. I knew no one could come from here, but this flank watch is like crucial right now. And what ends up happening, that flank gap was taken. Apollo got the gap. He actually killed 2 of us here. I think the reason why we lost this round was because of this song. Because I have no idea what this song is. So I think he kind of just dipped down the stairs because he wanted to play with those picks. And then Hybrid got killed here. So I hear 2 different guns. So I know 2 individuals in sight. And I know that one was on the flank, which I don't know where he is now. He could have doubled back into sight. And then the 3rd guy, I have no idea where he went. The 4th guy, sorry. So I basically just break open this. I hear the bar above me, so I aim at this guy first. Then he just kind of dropped my horse. This is a good one way. I like this. Hold on. Empada is very crucial on this site. This is a good one way that I discovered as soon as this map came out. You can really just get info majority from it, but you have to angle the shield enough to where you can actually shoot their little toes wherever they walk through here. I wanted to reinforce this, but I didn't end up having enough reinforcements. But this wall is a very crucial like thing during this round. This wall will come in handy. Just remember this wall. Remember that wall, okay? Yeah, mid-game I changed the song because the video is lagging my game. So there's literally like nothing going on. And you know, it's just one of those plays like, dude, why are you there? You hear that, you hear the assault charge. I'm knowing there's like only one soft wall here. Could I get a kill right here? So I walk up, ADS before the assault charge goes, so I'm ready. And guess what happens? Well, well, well. Look who it... That's a bad heart. Hold on. Look who it is. That's Assault. You know who Assault is? Rapallo. Rapallo. Apollo. Crucial pick. He was trying to be the entry and take the gap. I didn't let that happen. The roaming Empada. What do y'all know about that? Literally like a 4-speed. Yeah, we just won that round regularly. I didn't get anything else after. Let's see. We lost this one. I had this room unlocked because I knew it was going to be a gap. We shouldn't... Hold on. So we shouldn't have reinforced this wall. This is a no-no. We don't really need to reinforce that. What we needed to reinforce was actually this other wall, which is literally like a wall that literally looks into lobby. that wall right there. This one. That was the wall that we needed to reinforce, and we didn't have a reinforcement for it. And we ended up getting very crowded over here, and it was gonna be hard for us to cross site because the spiral, not the spiral, the metal stairs were getting broken into. So basically, I'm on the BP cam because there's nothing for us to do but be sieged. There was no one here. People were calling out that people were there. They were kind of schizo. This is a good idea. I need to try and... I took advantage of that smoke, and I just dropped. But ended up, the sledge that was playing these stairs, he ended up shooting and exactly seeing me drop down. So as I swing this, he expected it. Which, I don't know, we were even ping. I didn't really agree with how that went. I think we pulled it together here. Yeah, we 4-1'd actually. We won this, yeah. I was just dead. I had to get this call out. I had to call out left side, right side on that assault. Uso killed a rat. And then once on the stairs far back, he was a free kill right there, and then he's swinging left side. That's Apollo, of course. What was the last guy? Was it? No, we killed the stairs guy. I don't remember what the last one was. He might be on both stairs too. Or he's in the hallway. No, he was in the hallway. Far down, I think. Yeah. Apollo called GG's. This is the game here. So if we do, yes, we do count the first game. So KD would be 2 plus 3, which is 5. Yeah, I went 5 and 2 throughout all that. I don't remember everyone else's except mine. For some reason, I'm on 1,000 ping. VXC, I went even. Most likely went positive. I think Uso carried the team. Uso, he's like, I think he's like just the most natural FPS shooter gamer, like not ever, but he's very natural. He plays just about, say, every weekend, and he's pretty dang good. I haven't played ROS until this day right here since like 4 weeks ago. So basically all I did was a bit of wrist warm up and had a I actually have access to the kill house, which isn't released yet. So I kind of got like 10 minutes of that. And I think Uso was actually playing two different games. He actually had two tournaments this day. He had to play, what was it called? He had to play a BRM5 tournament. So after this game, we got like kind of a break. So until where's game 2? So we had gotten kind of a break any before the next game, and then whenever it came to the next game, we were actually gonna load in with traps in replacing Uso, but then at last second, Uso joined the call, and I'm like, yeah, traps, get out, because this is a big game right here. Sadly, I only recorded like half of this game, which is because in the middle of my recording, um, my storage went out on a crap. What was it? This PC. My storage went out on OS, So I kind of transferred a bunch over to my 2 terabytes. And then this is against a guy who is all aim, washed. Apollo is just the spectator. And then Mertt, who's just like, he's kind of like a whole balance type. And Project Jay-Z, I don't think he plays much. So I don't even know what his KD was. But everyone's on 1,000 ping. We all got office here. Everyone was voting Chalet, but I'm like, no, Chalet's too big of a map. It's too much to work with. I think I'm probably one of the like smartest office players. There's so many things that you can do on office to where sometimes your brain can overload, but if you can really handle it as the team IGL, you can calm your team down, Yeah, I don't understand why that's spiking. So I think the ban here was Empada, and I banned. Crap, what did I ban? I think I banned Skull. So first here, Tower, Trapper. Let's see if on Lord. Lord was the interesting pick, definitely. So I just cut off all of red, which we actually need someone holding red. For some reason we don't. So red was actually the gap. That was actually the very big gap to take. I think wall wall is open here by north. I had the music loud this game. This is an interesting. I'm gonna start using this angle more. I think this is more defender sided, which is according to the map. But offense is definitely so winnable here. You just have to find the very small gaps on this small map. I think here, Assault swung and I won that. I kind of dominated him with body shots here. I got a crazy call that he was on the left side of the wall. Let me see if I can. So here's whenever Assault swings, I win that. And then north, I get the ping and the call out that he's just on the right side of the wall. I didn't even know where this bulletproof cam was. So easy pre-fire. Straight on his face. Alright, so then Hybrid won that. I think, yeah, they brought Breacher first round. This was a good round. I hit a good clutch here. And I'm going to show the other POV of this clutch because of how interesting it was. So basically, the play on this site with Satokyo, you roam up into lumber and you kind of get on the double wall and you just scan who is like down outside green window. You can also see a little bit on the office wall, which is the corner right here. Not the office wall, what is it? The armory wall, which is the usual soft wall, soft double wall. You can see who's here droning. You can see anyone that climbs up these rafters and starts walking on them. And you basically barricade off construction, and you have to really listen if anyone goes to red. I'm sorry. I barricaded green right there. So I'm basically just calling out exactly how many are out there. Just kind of the head count, which, wow, okay. Uso got a 2-pick somewhere. That's most likely off of orange or the main wall or green window. I accidentally reinforced that while I was trying to hang up the call. Then Imo makes his big entry. I just made sure no one was up here trying to take some weird... Okay, there's a bulletproof cam there and I got no call out on that drone. So you can hear him either in red vending or he's either in close orange, which I think he was red vending. Which I actually expected Hybrid to win this, but sadly it wasn't. So he got pistol whipped up. All right. Which I'm surprised he planted so quick. That was the quickest plant ever. There's a drone there. And then I saw the shield, but I still shot. The reason why you always shoot at an angle tight like this, it could be the most, you have a chance of like him putting down the shield and you end up killing him. There's always that chance. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So instead of going through the breach, I go through the barricade because the soft wall isn't open for some reason. I don't have the quad set up. But if I went through the breach, I could have gotten stuck and he could have gotten an easy kill. And then I kind of just, I don't know how he missed these shots. That was crucial. Which here, I hear him walking, which means either he's slow walking on me or he has the shield out. Which I assume he has the shield out. And he does. So what I do here, I go and crouch down and pretend to plant. I don't look at the diffuser. The reason why I don't look at the diffuser is because I need to be ready once he starts sprinting. I don't try and, if he tried to just fake run in, then I was turned around. I would have to take the few milliseconds to turn around and then peek up at him, which he would probably have more an advantage because I'm repositioning my whole mouse and the movement of my fingers whenever I do that. So what I do, I know he can't see me. I've seen this spot a million times. I played this game for 2 years. I know you can't see someone in this spot. So you just wait there, and then you wait till you hear the sprint. Now, this was either timing or that was a really good play. Where is this? So here's his POV of that exact same play. So here, I peek him, I see what's going on. I hide behind the he can't see me. He thinks I'm defusing. So what does he do? He quick peeks, doesn't see me, and then I'm there.
What is this guy doing?
And then I want everyone to hear this. Apollo says Ben at first. He's like, Ben, and then I feel like he was about to start glazing me incredibly hard. Incredibly.
Ben, yo, what is this guy doing?
He said Ben, and they said, what is this guy doing? Going to ride Merrt. Which I was like, whenever I first saw this, I was shocked because was he about to start glazing me like was he about to say, yo, been so good? But then he remembered that I'm too cool for that. So then he didn't. But I indeed was getting glazed by my teammates. So I get the head count of 1,000 guys running out here. There's still one in Narnia, which we don't know of. Let's see. Yes, and then I think they ran back to main. They started droning. I take out the drone. So now he doesn't know what I'm going to do. He doesn't know if I'm going to double back or what. Immo got the pick on SWD. Then Immo actually killed Fuso. Hybrid, Oreo. I didn't understand any of the call. I heard that he was in back con, and then apparently he just walks up on me right there. Sad. That round was lost. Okay, so they get this site here. What happens? We basically drone all upstairs. We make the entry. Drone down green, which is the gap, I indeed see that this is actually an unreal gap. That's barricade. So all I have to do is watch security or front desk, whichever you would call it. I fully check it. I see there's a hole in there, so I'm sure they would already check it. No one's here. This is so generational, dude. So for some reason, two of them are making out in the closet, and then one is on a chassis. So I'm like, oh, okay, jump scare. So I know I'm not gonna have enough time to stop shooting and then flick to the other guys. So I mag dump this guy, and then I flick to this guy's heart. He's dead. This guy, his body was actually like very hidden, but I think he swung out a little bit. No, he didn't. I did get hit, which was unreal ping. So to top that one off, I blew the bar. We actually lost this round, which Mo decided to lock in. And then I think they started glazing him after this very hard. Yeah, he said, geez, Mo masterclass. But I don't know. Somebody might have lost this game who's not talking like that. And then sadly, these clips are coming to an end because my storage ran out, which was actually generational. Yeah. So that's all I actually have of the tournament. There probably are a ton of clips that I don't exactly. Apollo probably has some clips. Uso has some clips. But that's kind of all I have, sadly.